Even now, you're coming up to me, fire lighting up the sky. Feel the ground shaking underneath, trying to take me alive. Get ready for the fallout. Can't stop me now. I got no rival. I'ma find my way through the blood and pain game of survival. Any time or place, watch 'em run away. I got none. I'll be standing on my own, never gonna take my throne. I got no rival. Watch 'em run away. I got no, I got no rival.
Hello everyone and welcome to the debut of the TSW National Touring Series. Today I'm joined by Fried in the booth for the TSW Clash at the Stadium. We have two heats on hand today with 19 cars in each, with 2 cars missing to call to line up the 18 and 7 cars. Nate, what do you think of that already?
I think already 2 cars missing the call. I mean, we heard some troubles with people getting their cars from their trailers, from the shops, all the way down to the stadium. I mean, you know, it's right in college, and also there's a lot of traffic coming off the highway. North Carolina highways tend to be quite crazy, as it was driving down here a few days ago. I mean, I got stuck in traffic at 6 p.m. It was insane.
Yeah, we got 19 fast cars in this Heat 1, though, so we're still going to have some fun in this heat. You do remember, top 14 will advance. Everybody else will go home. That applies to Heat number 2 as well. And we're
Talk about IDK. Talk about IDK Motorsports lining up on the front row, the 48 of Buff and the 5 A-Dog. I mean, seriously, it's the first ever race, not even a points race, just a heat race. And these guys have already locked out the front row. I am so excited to see what this team can do and what these drivers can do.
Yeah, you got that 48. He's a late addition to the series. Then you also got Tooth right behind him. Chevy's 1, 2, and 3. You got the first Ford in that one car of Romanheimer. And as the pace car is going to pull in for the first heat. Wait for the flagman, and we are green for the first heat at Bowman Gray. Buff with a good start off the jump. Tooth has already pulled to the inside of A-Dog. Tooth tried to secure that second position, put one more car between him and the transfer spot. Saw a little bit of contact there between the Justin Patrick and A-Dog. A-Dog already fallen back. Let's go back to where this transfer spot is.
Transfer spot heating up, that 53 Husky chocolate car of Rodriguez. You can see him, he's on the outside. You really don't want to be at the outside of Bowman Gray because you will be shuffled to the back. It's like most short tracks. I mean, like for example, Martinsville, you get to the outside, you don't get back up front. You got to hold your line as best you can, stay on the inside, keep to the bottom, and hope for the best. Try to make up as much position as you can, especially with, I mean, you can already see on the number 42 of TCT, that TCT shipping Toyota Camry. You can see there's on the right side, he's already got some scuff, a bit torn, the paint's been a bit torn off. But not just that, these cars are fighting like crazy at the back of this pack. You can already see cars like that 17 of Fatal, his left sides are on the curb, barely just not on the grass. It's incredible to watch as we already have cars around. The one car, Brommenheimer, in front of the field, and in the wall, turned by the 54 to 71. Smoke, 14, riding the wall, Hail Melling, and caution is out. Whoa! Immediately, 7 laps into this heat.
Oh, they're
10
3
laps.
This might be the race for the finish because it may end their caution.
It may end under caution immediately. Wow, I forgot how short this heat was. Whew.
We need to see if the pace car decides to pull in for one final time, but if not, it seems like Buff is going to be your winner. And
Buff's going to win.
Yeah, if this goes out how I think, the 71, the 14, the 2, the 11, and 1 car all eliminated from the feature, I think.
That 42. Oof. He had a lot of damage earlier, but man, taking that last spot in that one car, pretty much heartbreak for him. Just got turned and around. He started in 4th place. Yikes. I think it's, yeah.
Let's go back to a replay of what happened there.
I think Buff is going to actually win this race. There's no way that that pace car is gonna go in for 1 lap. Ramenheimer, you can see him here. Look at this. He's just trailing behind that 5 car. He just runs it a bit wide through there and comes out. Nothing looks wrong so far. 5 car on the 11. That's not what we're focusing on. And then,
oh, the 11's gonna go into the wall.
Oh, whoa! The 11, one of your lap cars, goes in the wall, and then it just starts to pile up behind them. That 1 car, serious damage. Oh my god.
TCT got lucky because you saw there he went to the back after that wreck happened in front of him.
And bad guy and the 1 car are out, and if we go back to watch that 11 car, what exactly happened with him?
I think he saw the 5 there and just ran high, I think.
Oh wow, barely missed the wall. The 1 car was at the wrong place at the wrong time. And I believe that's actually the end of the race. Race is over.
Yeah.
Ending under caution.
These heats are gonna go by quick.
The 48 of Buff wins this heat. And he has locked himself and everyone else behind him up until the TCT.
No, the 14th position, which is JD Fatal.
Is Fatal out? You have to finish above 14.
Fatal's in.
Fatal's in. Fatal. Oh, top 14. That's my apologies. And Fatal will be the last person to make it. Wow, what an interesting heat there as we get geared up for Heat 2. Wow, don't go anywhere, folks. The next one's about to start real soon. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the TSW National Touring Series. Heat 2 of the Clash at the Stadium. We're live right here from Bowman Gray Stadium in North Carolina. And I'll tell you what, man, Heat 1 was definitely surprising with that late heat caution that ended the race quite literally 6 laps in. We saw Buff, that 48 car, when he started from the pole in that heat, looked to be very, very fast. I wonder how he's going to do in the actual Clash. As we get geared up once again to go, on pole today is the number 3 Raz Energy Toyota Camry. Oh, I'm trying to find it here. I'm sorry.
Brand it.
Yeah, my apologies. I don't know everyone's names. Bandit. Yep, Raz Racing, number 3 Toyota Camry of Bandit. Right behind is the number 35 of Roxy Raz, the team owner. And then you got a few Chevys on the outside lined up. Everyone's ready to go. That beautiful Reese's 15 Dodge Charger right there. It's an incredible paint scheme. The first Ford is about 4 rows back as the engines are on and we begin to go. Ready to get green at Bowman Gray for 10 laps to decide who makes the main event and who does not.
Yeah, and something else these guys have to consider. They're going to have to redraw for their positions in the Clash. They're not going to line up how they finished here. They're going to have to redraw for their position. How will that go?
We'll figure it out later as the pace car pulls to the infield as we come out of turn 4 at Bowman Gray. Green flag is out in the air. We're racing once again at Bowman Gray for Heat 2. The 3 car immediately pulls his left side onto the curb, lurches out, holding that inside field, still double file. And that 3 car just starts to begin to pull away as the Bandits teammate Roxy Raz looks to try to be catching up and passing that 45.
Roxy going past Logic now with that number 15 of Caleb right behind Roxy. Code Gold starting to drop as well. Let's go back and find this transfer spot, which I think is about right here. Let's see what it is, what it says coming across the line. Right now, Lumit's on the transfer spot.
Lumit on the transfer spot, having to hold off right behind on the outside of Bowman Gray, not somewhere you want to be, right behind He's fried chicken on a stick. That 43 Bojangles Ford Mustang, and you just see these guys right in the pack. The bottom three already losing position. You lose position immediately. You are not going to have a good day as Lumit gets shuffled behind the transfer spot that's currently being held onto by that 21 Worldwide Express Chevy.
I might change here. Still hold on by the 21. There's going to be a spot opening up soon, though, because they're going to be going double file, maybe even 3 wide for this one single transfer spot. Getting into this feature will probably mean a lot to some drivers, showing that they can make it.
Less than 5 laps to go now at Bowman Gray Stadium. That 93 currently holding on to that transfer spot, beginning to pull away from the cars behind. Other one slipping back, and you can see Lumit right. You can see Lumit right behind as a 23 as well, and that 24 reset. Looking to see if he can go around the outside, but he just opens up the door for Lumit. Lumit's not going to get in though. This is an interesting race to watch at the back of the pack. That number 93 Croatia Airlines Chevrolet Monte Carlo. Looking to see if he can actually make this heat, and he looks like he might just be getting to pull away now from that 23 as Lumit sends on the inside of reset, looking to gain some position.
Oh, the 93 went a little high.
Here comes the 23 on the inside, looking to see if he can get there. White flags out in the air. One more lap to go, sponsored by the Skiing Warehouse. And the 93 looks like he's going to hold on in this position. It's not about the winner today.
High, but he's going to hold on to it for the end. Vucko is going to hold on to his final position.
And you're a winner.
The winner is the 3-car Bandit.
Bandit. First win for for Team Raz, whatever it is. Sorry about the team name. I'm still new here.
Oh!
And there's no carnage on the last lap. People mad at each other and a Lumit. What happened there? That 21 car sputtering. They got a bit aggressive out on the line at the line. See what happened with his 94.
I think Rose here is maybe a little bit mad. No. Seems like Sustry was mad with Crown Jr. just got turned around by himself. And
at 43 barely missed.
Rose just went through there and caught up with Lumit. After race drama.
And well, that will do it for all the heat races here at Bowman Gray Stadium. And we'll see you next time for the main event, the Clash at the Stadium. The TSW Skiing Warehouse signing off in the booth. I'm Fried Chicken on a Stick, joined by Lumit, and we'll see you next time.
Today we're going to have a stacked field of 28 drivers, where 10 of them were sent home after they did not make it. Some of those drivers like notable names like the 91 of Daniel Lumit, the owner of this league, myself. The 43 and Nate, my co-commentator right beside me here. The 1, and the 2, and the 11 still notable drivers as well did not make this show. It shows you how good this field is going to be. And got solid crash in the first heat. Second heat wins yellow free. So what will happen in this heat, Nate? You got any comments or theories on what might happen?
One thing that I think might happen is that later in this race, depending on how fast that leader is, those 2 leaders, the 9 and the 53 are, we are definitely going to see some loud traffic hold up these leaders. It is going to be interesting to watch and see how they navigate this field, and as well as can they hold their lead, and on the long run, how will their cars perform? That's always something you got to worry about, especially on a short track like Bowman Gray.
Yeah, that 53 of Rodriguez, he better be giving that young fan who drawed his pill a free t-shirt, because he drawed him the #1 position.
He gave a t-shirt?
Hey, he started first because of it. I think he deserves a t-shirt, don't you think so, Nate?
I think he does as well. Yeah, I agree. Well, anyways, to kick off this league, it's going to be something very special. I'm so excited to see what this league has in store, especially in the coming weeks and the coming races. And we're ready now as we come around the back straightaway.
Yes, you got Rodriguez, Sustry, TCT, Hex. Top 4 right there as the pace car will pull in. And they are off here in the class, the very first race in TSW history. Rodriguez has a good start. He's going to pull away fast. TCT's going to follow. Rodriguez up through the pack. Sustry's falling kind of quick.
TCT right there, that number 42, TCT shipping a Toyota Camry right there. You see him immediately. Great job pulling out to second place, but he's under threat already. That 15 Reese's Charger right behind him. And he's looking to see if he can make a dive bomb. That 42. No contact, but his tires are practically on the grass. And they're side by side. That's just going to allow that 53 car, Rodriguez, to just pull away even more. And now that 15 clears the 42, and he's up in second place.
Caleb on the move after starting 5th, I believe. All the way, already up to 2nd, only on lap 4. Meanwhile,
he's like a really...
Sustry's just falling back right now.
I'll tell you what, that 15 is definitely either got really good short run speed or just a really good car in general. I mean, we didn't see too much of him in the heats, nor have we seen him that much in qualifying. He qualified pretty well, but in the heat races he was down the midfield. They must have done some kind of adjustment to that car to make it extremely fast.
Yeah, it seems like he's also gaining just a little bit on Rodriguez. Let's see what the time is coming across the line. No.
We lost time.
Right, losing time. Meanwhile, Bandit, your Heat 2 winners on the inside of Sustry. The guy who started 2nd, all the way falling back to after Bandit gets past him to 6th.
There's gotta be something going on with that 9 car, to be honest. I mean, it had such great speed in qualifying, but then all of a sudden, bam, it's just falling back as that 3 car as well is starting to climb the race. He's in that 26 at Rock. Don't count him out. He's looking at him. He's showing up to this race.
Yeah, it seemed like he was going to try to go to the inside of the 04. And here is the 48. He's moved his way up to 9th after starting 15th. Your Heat number 1 winner.
E1, of course, was cut short by that crash from Mad Guy, running it wide into the wall and into that 1 car. The 1 car was running really well, but unfortunately just caught the wrong place at the wrong time. Did not end up making the main event. However, the 48, that winner on the inside of that 26, looks to be already making moves.
Buff on the move. 15th to 8th in 11 laps. Is he going to feel like he's going to have something for whoever's leading this race? Whoever will be leading this race by the time he gets up there, because I know Buff in that 48 power line machine's going to get up there before the end of this.
That 15 car, though, that Reese's 15 Dodge Charger, he is catching up because the 53 is right in lap traffic. This is what I was talking about earlier. You see that right here. Finally, it took 13 laps. We are already up at the back markers at the back of this pack. You can already see them opening up the door for that 53, but closing it again. That's going to slow them down so much. And you can see TCT and catching up to that 15 car. Look at this. This is going to be interesting to watch.
Caleb is on the bumper of Rodriguez now. Will Caleb use the bumper to show him out of the way with Leland right beside him?
That 54 car, it looks to be almost getting in the way of that 15, who's trying to set down through, but here comes the 42 of TCT on the inside of the 15 for second position. Lap cars getting in the way of this battle. The 15 retakes second place, takes a little bit of a later apex there on the exit, bumps the 54, I think, just a little bit, and goes on the inside. TCT is blocked out, but here comes Tooth, getting advantage of the move. TCT moves to the outside, and Tooth takes advantage, slips right below that 42 car.
Tooth on the move, just like Buff was in the 48. He's moving through the field too, as well.
Here comes the 3 car too, Bandit, your Heat 2 winner on the inside TCT. Whoa, that messed up TCT. He should not have chosen that outside there. Here comes Sustry as well to hopefully see if he can make it battle up, as that 3 car is still holding position for his Toyota teammate, and that 9 car is going to slip on the inside as well. No, he's not going to get there. But will he use the bumper? No, TCT is going to let him through. TCT falling back in an unexpected turn of events as that 15 car is trapped behind lap cars. He was not able to make a move on that 53 at the right time, and that 3 car now on the inside of that 39. Bandit on on Tooth. What an incredible turn of events right here.
The lap car, Leland Hills got into the inside of Caleb. This is not what Caleb wants. But he also sees Rodriguez on the outside of JD Fatal. This is what Bandit wants to see, the 2 leaders right in front of him on that outside where it's the slowest.
I figured if that 15 can get to the inside somehow, if that 54 lets him, he will 100% catch up as that 53 is being slowed down right there. You can see it. Look at that. That 15's already caught up. He's just got to get around that 54. Surprising, no blue flags. It's just all being bang. See how much you can make a position.
Leland to the inside of Rodriguez. This is going to give Caleb a chance.
Will Caleb put the bumper to that 53? He's on the inside. He's got the inside. No, he doesn't. He almost had it there in the corner. It looked like as Bandit comes in, it slips on the inside of that 15. He's not going to have to run the exit. 3-car battle in lap traffic for the lead.
Oh, Bandit shoves
Flip to the inside. And Bandit is up into second place on the inside of Caleb. Look at this insane racing as the 53 still holds strong for that first position.
Here comes Bandit.
But not for long. Bandit, your key to winner, looks to take first place down into turn 1 at Bowman Gray Stadium. The crowd roars. You can hear them up in here. And that 3 car is back up into first place. Woo!
You know, Roxy Raz Racing, you know, he's probably happy right now seeing Bandit in the lead. Roxy Raz himself is not having the greatest of days back here, close to being a lap down as well.
Well, I'll tell you what, man. This team right here looks to be starting strong. They finished 1-2 in Heat 2, the 3-car and 35. But TCT gets around that 53 of Rodriguez. Rodriguez might have the tire fall off. Will we see pit stops today?
No, there will not be any pit stop.
Will not be any pit stops. All right. Well, I'll tell you what, man. That 42 car looks to be gaining on that 3 car. Looking to see, he almost sent it in there. You saw him. He looked inside. He went right back outside as that 45 car is holding up that 3 car. That 45 Monster Energy Chevrolet, you can see him right there. He's starting to actually pull away as far as lap cars go. He's now looks like that he's in first place as TCT and Sustry is making a return back up into third place. Sustry looks to be catching up to that number 42.
Oh,
he runs it wide. That's exactly how Bad Guy crashed out in turn 3 and 4. But now that 42 of TCT sniffing the lead all race and now has a clear scent of what that lead smells like. TCT gets up into the lead.
Raz racing side by side for the lead. TCT's going to take it over for Bandit. Raz Racing has all 4 of their cars in this field right now. Leland Hill, the 54, is one of these guys' teammates too.
Oh, the Sustry, that 9 car on the inside of that 3 car. You can see him. Look at this. Diving it on in. Not quite. About half a car length behind. Is he going to have the better exit, though? Coming on this run straightaway into turn 1. That 9 car just edges ahead of that 3. He's going to have it right here as the 53 looks to make a comeback as well. Right at the quarter panel of that 3 car. Is he going to dive it in? Yes, he is. That 53 car, Rodriguez fell off a little bit. Looks to make a comeback right behind the bumper of Sustry.
Bandit's falling just like Rodriguez did a little bit ago. 2 now to the inside of Bandit.
Almost at the halfway point of this race. The cars have been shuffled up and down and front to back as that 15 car also as well. Speaking of shuffling, went back to 7th place. When did that happen?
Yeah, and where did Hex come from?
That 19 car looks to be moving strong as that 15 holds the inside, though, looking to regain position, and he does pretty well. As we see that 3 car move back, and it's still in the top 5, about 2 seconds behind as that 42 TCT is just pulling away from that 9 car. That 9 car, though, is looking to catch up here, taking a more traditional line as he has more clean air. But TCT, don't count him out here. Looks to be catching up to that 9 car. The 42 in the wall! Fatal and the TCT into each other, scuffed on the side of that 42. He runs it so wide coming out of turn 4, and Sustry, in a wild turn of events, is in the lead nearly at the halfway point of this race, and TCT holds on to second place. Lumit, there's debris on the track in turn 3. What has happened?
And they're 3 wide right in front of your leaders, too. I think TCG's gonna have some words with JD Fatal after that incident.
JD failed one of your lap cars, getting in the way of the 53 back there. Sustry begins to slightly pull away from Tooth, but Tooth in the 42, look at them. They're basically duking it out, dogfighting back there. Sustry's a long way to go. He runs it a bit wide. We've seen him take a bit of a later apex for most of these corners, but here comes Tooth to the lead now, as we're at the halfway point of this race. What's going to happen?
Tooth to the inside.
Oh! Tooth to the inside of that 9 car. All the way, almost on the grass as they contact. There's not perfect space right there left by each car, as they know this rhythm, they know this track, and that puts Tooth in the lead.
Tooth leading for the first time tonight, but Sustry's not letting him go easily. Tried to battle back on that outside, but that inside is just so dominant.
The inside lane at Bowman Gray, you can really make every single move there. You try to go to the outside. I've seen it happen before, but only once at this specific track. It's quite a rare move.
Yeah. Tooth's going to the inside of Crown Jr. now to put him a lap down. Crown Jr. getting his car in late. He's in there. He has the rookie stripes on his car. He's got a hood sponsor, that 37 car right there. You can see him though, just getting in the way of that 9 car. There's more debris on the track. That 30, it's 07? 37? No, 07 car? Yep, the 07 Hungry Jack's Toyota right there. Huh, the wall looks to be. Cars getting into the wall now later in this race. Must be from tire fall. There's a car around, yellow flag. Roxy Raz is around and in front on the front straightaway. Yellow flag is out. Whoa. A replay and see what happened there.
We've seen cars spin around. We've seen cars not spin around quite, but on the walls, Code is right there. Is Code sent on the bumper?
Oh no,
that's not Code. That's Tegan Fox. Oh, 39 just runs it out. Oh, gets into.
Oh no,
Tegan Fox.
Next lap.
Happened the next lap, but we saw right there some damage on that car. Tegan Fox on the inside drops it on in. The 35 did the same thing. Yep, 35 does the same thing, but this time harder into that 04. And in front of that pack, holding up that Monster Energy Mustang right there, and the Chevy, and also some leaders as well. We just saw him come back in that 35 car. A lot of damage. I'll be out of this race now. Tooth is in the lead.
Tooth, your leader.
What happened? There seems to be lap cars behind it, unless we cross line and see what the positions were. Because remember, it is race back to the line, so.
Yeah. The lap cars should go to the inside of these guys once the white flag. Yeah, we're going back green this time. Oh, this is not what Tooth wants. He's gonna have so many lap cars on his inside.
Oh no, it's going to be like a 2-lane restart here, double wide with all these lap cars. Only a few at the front though, not too many. Most of them are on the lead lap now. As we come now to the green flag, slowing down into turn 3, to getting it out of turn 4. The pace car pulls into the infield right there, and we see him in the 45 car, not in the lead into that 39 car. Tooth is green flag out in the air. Great jump of that 39, but is it going to be enough to get around the outside of that 45 car? Maybe. Look at that speed out of turn 2, but they're still side by side, and Sustry looks to be taking advantage of this right here. Sustry looking to see how many positions up he can make from Tooth's struggles a bit here.
Tooth is in the wall.
Tooth into the wall a bit there, came out the corner a bit too fast. Doesn't seem to just has a bit of visible damage, but not too many. In the 37 to the wall, around the front straightaway goes Fatal in front of the leaders. The 53, your pole sitter, has a bunch of front damage as they pile up on the front straightaway. Whoa, interesting turn of events here. People getting a bit squirrely, and that might be the end of the day for your pole sitter, that 53 of Rodriguez. And there's cars stopping. Oh, and they'll pile up and they're smashing each other. And this car smashing all the turn 1 and 2. What is happening at Bowman Gray? Chaos unfolding. Damage that 39 Tooth on that rear. And TCT. Cars getting packed into that 3 car is stopped on the track and just starts moving. In the 15, all of your leaders, all your front runners caught up in it. This could 100% change the outcome of this race as there's cars stopping and chaos is unfolding here at Bowman Gray.
I think some of these guys are just trying to figure out where they're supposed to be.
And there's more pileups. Cars are out of the race. What?
Tooth is probably being very annoyed right now. Some of these drivers.
My broadcast has frozen.
Here's the pace car. Oh, looks like the 15's gonna take it in.
15. One of the front runners is out of this race. I'm having a bit of technical difficulties on my side, so I will be right back, and I'll join right back up in a
Tooth, your leader right now, I think at least. Trying to get themselves sorted out here. Oh, they're going to go back green this time. You guys better hurry. Cars starting everywhere. Oh, Tooth is your leader with so much damage on his car. A very controversial and probably chaotic restart here for some. Tooth out into the lead on that outside, trying to battle. Trying to get ahead of these lap cars that he desperately does not want to be by. Because he knows that these lap cars could probably break his win, break his chance at this win. Meanwhile, here's the 3 of Bandage now in second, looking like a hatchback right now. Bandit looking for an opportunity. Here's the 5 of A-Dog on the inside of Bandit. More cars around. These guys are just becoming very, very, I don't know what to call it, very desperate. Desperate to get this through. With just under 20 laps to go. Drivers trying to figure out where they're going. It's such a small track. Gives drivers a hard time trying to figure out where they're going to go. Seems like this restart, though, some drivers are going to know where they have to be. Some drivers still don't know where they're supposed to be. Tooth right there in the number 39. Looks like everything's starting to get sorted out, though. Looks like we're going to have a somewhat clean restart this time around. A-Dog could not get by that number 3 abandoned for second. So we're going to see how this goes. The 53 to 0 to 17 to 37, 35 have all retired, and all the way up to 17th is a lap down. Pace lights are out. It's the clash. It's the clash. What else do you expect? Stuff is gonna be chaotic. Stuff is gonna be great. Some stuff is just gonna be bad overall. But I will say we've seen some pretty good racing so far today. Last few laps haven't been the greatest, but this is what we signed up for. Now, green flag back here at Bowman Gray Stadium for the clash with 16 laps to go. Now, who can pass? You know how hard it is to pass? Well, actually, no, it isn't hard to pass here, but you know, with these guys on the outside lane, it's going to be hard to pass. It's really hard to pass. Tooth stuck on that outside. Same with Bandit. Oh, Tooth is gonna run high. Tooth is looking like he's probably gonna win this race unless he just gets stuck somewhere. He's still stuck. trying to get that inside, but he just had so much damage. Oh, the 15 gets into the wall there. Oh, the 93 of, 93 of Vucko. He's here suddenly. He's gonna challenge for the lead on 2. 10 laps to go. 10 to go here at Bowman Gray. Vucko's gonna look to the inside of 2. Vucko is going to take over the lead here with 9 laps to go here at the Bowman Gray Stadium Clash. Now can he hold off? Can he hold these guys off now? He's got A-Dog right behind him with nearly no damage. Same with the 48 above your heat number 1 winner. Can Vucko hold them off? Vucko's going to run a little bit of a wider line. He's going to be trying to apex that and get a nice run off the turn. A-Dog in the Fiber IDK Motorsports, looking to help his team start off strong. 5-card A-Dog looking to win this clash with Vucko right there in the 93. A-Dog falling back. This is what Vucko wants. Coming to 4 laps to go. Vucko runs wide. That's going to give A-Dog a little bit of ground. Vucko looking to win the first ever clash in the TSW National Touring Series after a very controversial crash and lineups and all that. Cars not knowing where they're supposed to go. Cars having ARCA brake. Vucko has somewhat survived, even though his car looks like a hatchback right now. Just a little bit. A-Dog is catching. Will A-Dog get there in time? White Flag sponsored by the Scheme Warehouse. Vucko gonna be trying to hold off A-Dog. Will A-Dog send it into this final turn? He will not have enough time. Oh, they're gonna crash in front of him. Oh! Vucko wins barely. Oh, wow. Vucko will win barely just by 1/100. Vucko wins. Oh, and 2 crashes. As I said, chaotic but fun. Vucko is your Season 1 Clash winner. Congratulations to Vucko. Looks like we got a fight on pit road. Like 48 is mad with Leland Hill. They have run some natural abilities and have gone through buildings. Well, that is it for the clash, and hope you guys enjoyed. See you guys all at the Daytona 500.